Hi, I'm Dave Allen, and welcome to the Gamer's Den. Now we're on turn 17 of our Mice and Mystics gameplay, in which now we're on the final tile, the Courtyard Tile, of this chapter. We've done the story moment. We've seen where these mice are coming from. They see the big old gnarled oak tree that they have to try to get to, and they also see that old dastardly crow that's going to give them issues on their way there. Just a rule kind of review here for the special rule on this Courtyard Tile. Basically, with the old dastardly crow, what that means is if you roll a 1 or even a minion rolls a 1 for movement, they could be given 1 unblockable wound by the crow. Now, in our case, we're actually in good standing because if a rat warrior rolls a 1 for movement, then that means that they are automatically taken off the board. So it's kind of an easy, there he is, there he goes, sort of movement for us. So it's easy for us with the minions, but also it could deal damage to us as well. So we have to be a little careful, in regards to looking at what these things can do. Looking at that, here is the initiative track. And as you can see here, the rat warriors are going first. And you may have realized, or maybe have noticed last turn when I picked up the encounter card, it did say ambush. Now, normally with an ambush, you would actually roll an action die and see how many spots on the initiative track to move up that card. But luckily for us, the Rat Warriors, luckily for us, the Rat Warriors were number 1 already, so we didn't even have to do that. Another rule reminder in this as well is that every mouse has to roll for movement no matter what. Even if you're not going to move that mouse, you still have to roll for movement. So the thing is that even if I'm not going to move with Maginos on that turn, I still have to roll for movement. So that's part of the rule book in there. Kind of with that said, Kevin Debaeke has some movements for us, but we'll get there in just a minute because, of course, first we have to hit the Rat Warriors. So let's head down to the table and see how they are going to do. Now that we're on to the Rat's turn, what we're going to do is we're going to roll for the Rat's movement. Let's roll for the furthest one first. So we'll roll for that guy here, make sure it stays in here. Oh boy, nice! So remember the rule here, the dastardly old crow, any slow moving mouse or minion that tries to move, they actually get taken up by the old crow and taken away. So luckily this rat warrior, was taken off the tile by that dastardly old crow. So now we're gonna move on to this rat right here. He's gonna roll for movement. Oh my gosh, and he got a 1 as well. Nice, that one got taken too. So now we got rid of that rat warrior as well. And now we have this rat warrior right here. That rat warrior is gonna move. Ooh, okay, so that rat warrior is gonna move. And he's gonna move right here, so he's the closest space right here. And that rat warrior is going to attack Nez. So what we're going to do is we're going to attack Nez with that rat warrior. Let's see. Rat warrior gets 2 hits. Luckily for Nez, he gets 3 defense die because of that leather breastplate and his thimble helm. And what we're going to do is we're going to roll for defense here. Yo. Okay, so he does not defend at all. Luckily, this rat warrior was able to get the upper hand on him. What's going to happen is that Nez is going to take 2 wounds, and then what we're going to do is add also 2 cheese to Nez's player card. Okay, so we're going to add those 2 things as well to Nez. All right. So that rat warrior got a good hit on us, and that's what's going to be happening here. So, the next piece of this, we have to remind ourselves that we have to get everybody on that final tile right there. and the sooner the better, so we don't waste any time, so we just don't waste any time. So what we're going to do is we're going to end the Rat Warrior's turn. Oh, right, man. 2 Rat Warriors down by that crow. Thanks, crow. That's basically all I got to say in that sense. We have these, 3 Rat Warriors that were going to give us a little bit of trouble, I think. I think we were going to do pretty well with them anyways. But those 2 of them were taken out, and now 2/3 of our issues are taken away, which is awesome. And then that last Rat Warrior tried to do some damage. Got some things done to did some damage to our lovely Tinkerer. So hopefully we'll be able to try to get him healed up somewhat soon. But luckily, hopefully we don't have that many turns this chapter to see what we're going to be doing there. So that last Rat Warrior did some damage, but that's just going to end their turn, and we're going to move on to Nez and see what he's going to do. Alright, now on to Nez's turn. So Nez obviously is the character that I'm going to control, so I'm going to roll for his movement. He gets a 3. Whew. He gets a 3 there. We don't get a 1. Excellent. So Nez has a few options here. I have 2 cheese. I'm going to give my 2 cheese to Tilda, because I feel like she's one of the only other people that can actually do some major stuff for us. She has that major heal ability, which is really good. I'm going to give her the 2 cheese before I even move. And I'm going to move with Nez towards that tree space. If you guys remember from the rules, that you can only move to a space if the bottom of your miniature actually can fit in between them. And sadly, from here to here, I'm not going to be able to move Nez. So the thing is that he can't move from this space to this space, but he can go 1, 2, 3, 4, which is probably where I would like to have him, right here, right near the tree, just because if everyone else gets there much faster, because they can move faster, they have the additional movement, I'm hoping that Nez will at least be close enough that he can jump right into the tree. And then Nez, now that he's on this space, Nez, I'm actually going to do a search action to see if I can find anything that might be able to help us on our next bout here. And I don't. So I don't find anything with Nez. Can't find anything again, but it's alright. We shared some 2 cheese. We survived a bout with a Rat Warrior. We're going to move on. So I'm going to end Nez's turn. Oh my gosh, Nez! Ugh. Okay, so Nez was like, you know what, I'm going to leave the Rat Warriors to you guys. I already have some moves from Kevin Debaeke in there that I think I'm going to be using. But the thing is that Nez just goes, okay, I'm going to walk over here and try to search. And of course he can't find anything. He's trying to look underneath that tile or that stone brick there, and he's kind of like, is there anything? I can't see anything. I'm blind. So that's basically where we're at with Nez for right now. I tried to do a little bit of some, searching, maybe find another item that maybe Collin can start off with next turn. But obviously that doesn't play into our cards, and now we're going to have to move it along. So now let's move on to Maginos' turn. Now Kevin Debaeke didn't want us to move Maginos, but I'm not sure if Kevin, was thinking of this as well, is that it doesn't matter if you move or not, you still have to roll for movement. So the thing is that even though Maginos probably won't be moving this turn, he still has to roll a die for movement in order to see what's going to happen. So I decided to actually move Maginos. Based on that, I decided to tweak a few things with the turn. I decided to actually move him around, and I hope Kevin doesn't, take this as a sign that I really didn't like his strategy. I think his strategy was great. I just want to make sure that he was getting closer to that final goal, because I think Kevin put in there not to move because he thought that meant he didn't have to roll a movement die. And I just want to clarify that you do. So, kind of with all those things said, let's head down to the table and see how Maginos is going to do. And he didn't want us to move with Maginos on this turn as well. Let's roll for movement. Oh boy, oh. We get a 1. So that means we're going to have to add 1 unblockable wound to Maginos. Now he has 2 wounds that we're going to have to worry about here. At this point in the game, we have the possibility of actually attacking this rat warrior with Maginos, or just trying to run like the Dickens to that tree entrance space. I'm going to say that we're going to probably run like the Dickens, but Kevin didn't want us to move, and the reason why that was is because he wanted us to attack a rat warrior. Now the thing is, I'm going to try to attack a rat warrior with kind of a normal battle attack here. We're going to attack first and then we'll move. So let's just see, just a normal attack with his staff, a normal range attack. And we completely miss. So that didn't play out good as we hoped. And 3 spaces that we could possibly move just to get a little bit closer. But I'm gonna stay on, kind of honest to what Kevin wanted us to do, and just kind of keep Maginos there. And hopefully Tilda will be able to take down this rat warrior next turn. So kind of looking at Maginos, there's really nothing else I want to do with him. I'm just going to keep him there. So we're going to do that, and then now we're going to move on and end his turn. Okay, so Maginos kind of lost some aim. Maybe he was just a little shooken up by seeing those 2 rat warriors taken out so quickly, and he just realized, oh, I got hit the last one. Oh, shoot. And he ends up missing entirely. Really bad. A really bad move for Maginos. So the thing is that's what ends up happening. He also gains a wound, so that's not looking good for Maginos. So hopefully we'll be able to get that healed up for him quickly, because we have at least that little bit of concern right now that he actually is going to be, the next one to get captured. So we got to make sure that we get him healed up and everything is good. So that's what we got to make sure to get done with Maginos. He tried his best. He tried to get that rat warrior down, but he couldn't. Let's move on to see what Collin is going to do. Awesome, Tilda's turn. So let's roll for Tilda's movement. A 2. Okay, so that's good. So a 2 plus 2 is 4 of movement. That's really good. And she has the Hammer of Nandin. And what she could do is that, we have a few options. We can actually do not move, which is what Kevin wanted us to do. So we're not going to move. We have the Hammer of Nandin, which gives us +1. So we still have 3 attack die that we can strike against that rat warrior. So let's see what we can do with Tilda against that rat warrior. Oh boy, it's not looking good. So we got 1 hit on the rat warrior. And the rat warrior gets 2 defense die. And the rat warrior blocks it. So that 1 hit gets blocked. That was supposed to be done by Tilda on this rat warrior. Not very successful this turn. This is not looking good for us. So that's what pretty much has happened, and now we're kind of left with Collin to do whatever's necessary, kind of left with necessary to do. So kind of looking into this, now we have a few things available here. Since Tilda attacked, Kevin did not want her to move. Kevin actually just wanted her to stay because, just to kind of take down any rat warriors that were necessary. The thing is, no matter what, is you still have to roll for movement even if you're not moving on that turn. And with that said, I think kind of going into possibly with what Kevin may not have understood with the rules change, I'm actually going to move Maginos 1, 2, 3 right here. So Maginos will be right there, right behind Nez. And now that Tilda, it's her turn to move, I'm going to say that she's going to move as well. I think she might as well move. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. She's with Nez over here. And then we're going to end Tilda's turn. Okay. So it seems like the misses keep on coming. Okay, the misses keep on coming because now Tilda can't hit this rat warrior. Oh, this is just wonderful, wonderful. So I think this rat warrior just saw his 2 other buddies get, taken out. He's like, nope, ultimate defense time right now. I'm gonna make sure to have my senses dialed up to 100 to make sure I can be able to deflect any other attacks that I have coming my way. This guy is just on lock. Okay. So we need to make sure that we can try to continue to take down this rat warrior. But Tilda tried. She got a little bit closer to that tree entrance space, which is good. And she's near Maginos. And this is why I wanted to kind of keep her near him, just to make sure that she could be able to do that major heal ability. which now she has the 2 cheese to do. So I'm hoping that maybe next turn we might be able to do a major heal on Maginos, just because we have to make sure all mice tree entrance space, because if not, then we don't win the chapter. So we need to make sure we get him there, because if he gets captured, we have to move the hourglass marker up 1, and that's just going to cause a whole bunch of issues. So hopefully we don't get a 1 or on the die roll, and we're able to get Maginos into the tree entrance space. So we gotta keep the hands up for that one. So with that kind of ending Tilda's turn, we're going to try to see how Collin, our fearless leader, our prince, the main character of this story, how he's going to do on his turn. So let's head down to the table and see how Collin's going to do. Okay, so now we're on to Collin's turn. We're going to roll for Collin's movement. Ooh, a nice 3. A nice 3. So here's what we're going to hopefully be able to do. We're going to hopefully be able to take down this rat warrior with Collin, and then maybe be able to fly over to those spaces over there. So what we're going to do is we're going to attack this rat warrior. Oh my gosh, jeez, we're having a hard time here. So we got 1 hit. Maybe this dastardly old crow coming down, taking down these 2 rats, has put these mice on edge. So we took down, so we only have 1 strike going towards this rat warrior. Let's see what happens. Oh gosh, this rat warrior survives again. So it blocks that hit from Collin, and it's still there being a pest on this tile. So there's a few options of what we can do here. We can try to move on to the next space. He has 5 movement. He could reach this space right here and just have this rat warrior chase after us. The only issue I have with that is that Maginos would be the closest to him if Collin didn't do that. So, and if Collin was on the same space as him, he wouldn't be able to do those things either. What I think is the best idea to do is just leave Collin there, leave him on that space, and kind of do what he can. But let's see this. He didn't move. So if we don't move with Collin, we can actually use his give order ability. And I think what I'm going to do is use that give order ability and give that to Maginos, and see if Maginos can at least try to attack this rat warrior and be able to take him down. So, we'll just gotta have fingers crossed here. If Maginos can get this done. Okay, Maginos gets a hit. He gets a hit on that rat warrior. Now it's up to if the rat warrior can actually defend against this hit. Let's see what happens. No, he doesn't! He doesn't defend! So now we finally have worn this rat out, and Maginos hits him with that Mystic Bolt. He gets vaporized, he's done, and he moves off into the Island of Misfit Minions. Okay? So now we've cleared off the tile of minions. We did a great job there with Collin, and we're actually going to end Collin's turn for today. Before we kind of leave, we have to remember to take off the Rat Warrior initiative card from the initiative track, move up our mice up 1 spot on the initiative track, and then what we're going to need to do, because we ended a turn and we haven't finished the full tile, we haven't gotten off the tile, and there's no minion cards on the initiative track, we're going to have to add 1 cheese to the initiative track. So we're going to have to add 1 cheese right there on there. We have some time, we have some space, we have some additional pages if we need to in order to survive here. So at least we wiped off the tile of minions and we're moving on. So we're going to end Collin's turn. All right, yes. So I took a gamble. I used that give order ability to have Maginos use his staff against that rat warrior, hoping to hopefully take down this last minion, just so we have a little bit of some freedom on our last turn to try to reach that end. I just didn't want us to be so preoccupied with using actions to try to take down that rat warrior next turn. So hopefully after next turn we're able to get everything together, keep things moving on, and be able to reach the second chapter quite safely. So I just kept Collin there, and actually Collin's like the one person that Kevin really didn't give me any moves for, and he actually kind of said, oh yeah, do whatever you want with Collin once everything else is cleared up, take care of everything else with Collin. But to be honest, he couldn't take down that rat warrior until his turn. So I'm going to leave Collin there. I could have used Collin to attack that rat warrior and move with him. There's other strategies I could have used from that standpoint. The reason why I didn't move Collin is because I didn't want Collin. Maginos missed the rat warrior. I wanted the rat warrior to still target Collin because it would target the closest mouse. And the thing is that if I had them on the same space, it would be next on the initiative track. If I had him over a few spaces, things would have kind of gotten handy. So the thing is, I wanted to make sure that if I did not get rid of that rat warrior, because I haven't been doing pretty successfully, that I would at least have Maginos protected from him on their next turn, since the rat warriors go first. It's probably a terrible strategy. It's probably something I shouldn't have done, but it's just something in the moment I thought that was probably the best course of action, just because I want to make sure that Maginos stays around. We don't have to deal with the whole changing things around after getting captured and having to find him again sort of deal. So I'm hoping that by this next turn we'll be able to get off this tile, be able to end the chapter, and be able to move on to chapter 2. So I just want to kind of state a few things. Again, I want to thank Kevin Debaeke and all those who have been watching the show so far. I really appreciate it. Please subscribe and like and really share this video with anyone that you think that also would enjoy watching it and being part of the gameplay. It really is your suggestions that I'm really trying to take in here. I know I kind of amended a few from Kevin, but the thing is, I think I did it with the best intentions. I'm really hoping that Kevin's not too angered by that. And also on top of that, I just kind of want to make sure that everyone... So please, if you'd like to add a comment for Collin, Tilda, and Maginos, please leave it on underneath each of the videos. Make sure to kind of put down what they should do. If certain situations that you think might arise, such as maybe they can't roll enough movement to get to a space that you want them to get to. And yet again, like I said, my strategy is not the best, but I'm hoping that you guys will be able to contribute a lot to the show. Finally, in conclusion, we're almost there. We're so close. Hoping that at the end of this next turn we'll be able to be fully there and done. And I really hope you folks have a wonderful day.